What's up, everybody? Your favorite auntie is back. Okay, everybody, I'm at work again, but I'm on my little break. Today's topic is, I found out I was dating a guy that was bisexual. Okay, so this was my freshman year of college, and I was very, I wouldn't say naive, but I didn't know. I had met this guy at the airport. He was very handsome, very charming. We rode on the plane together, and I'm like very paranoid when I get on the plane. I like to fly, but I don't like to be on the plane, if that makes any sense. So we were on the plane, and he was trying to chit chat with me, and I'm just like, blah, ta, 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 don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. I'm over here praying. I'm over here saying my little shit to get through it. Don't fuck with me, right? So, we're on the plane, and we finally land. We're in New Orleans, and what happened? So they lost my bag, so it took me a longer time to find my bag. So I was irritated, and he was like asking me, like, once we got off, like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to Diller. He was like, oh, I'm going there too. Maybe we could share a cab. So we ended up sharing a cab and like talking about past relationship. This was like my freshman year of college, so all our relationships was like about like little high school puppy love and shit. Anyway, so we started dating. We were dating for like a month, and he would like take me shopping. We always was going to nice ass restaurants. My favorite restaurant when I did eat meat and I was in New Orleans was Portico, because them burgers used to be fat as hell. I mean, they was big as hell. And that was like my favorite restaurant when I was down there, so he always would take me there. We'll go to Portico. I'll give me a burger, a big juicy burger, and we would go to dealers. He would buy me clothes, Victoria's Secret, everywhere. Like, he was always taking me shopping. He was a very nice guy. Like, he was a gentleman. He wasn't like pushy. Like, the most we did was like hug, hold hands, and he'll kiss me right here on my forehead, right in my third eye. Bam, kiss me. And like, oh my God, I was like, this guy is so amazing. He's Prince Charming. He's never like pushing the issue of having sex. Like, I love this. Not that I loved him, but I loved the fact that he wasn't pushy or whatever. So one night we had been together the whole day. We had ditched school. We was together the whole day. We went shopping, and then that whole day I was like, oh my God. No, the day before I was like, okay, the next time we go out, it's gonna be the day. It's gonna be the day we gonna do our little do. Okay, we gonna do our little deals, baby. I've been waiting on this, so I'm like, yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna go down. I'm excited. And so, like, but that whole day, I was like kind of on edge. I was paranoid, because I felt like, you ever been somewhere where you feel like, oh my God, somebody is following me? Like, what the fuck is going on? So I felt like that whole day that somebody was following me, like following us. It was like, no, you probably just high, because we had like been smoking weed like damn near the whole day, smoking, laughing, talking, like having us some daiquiris or whatever. Like, so we had been doing too much. So he was like, that's probably why you're paranoid. I was like, okay, maybe. And so let's see what happened. It started getting late. I was like, I'm ready to go back to my dorm. That was just like, oh my God, like, I'm ready to do whatever. Not whatever, but I was just like ready to take it to the next level. And so I just remember that night, like, we was laughing and talking and playing, and y'all know those pants that go shh, 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 like those little jogging pants. I forgot what kind of, I guess they not track pants, but they'll be like something like a track pants, windbreakers. So I'm hearing it, because it was like literally nobody outside. Usually, I went to a HBCU, so like usually it's like people outside. I don't know. It was like nobody outside. Everybody was in their rooms, like doing whatever. And so I'm hearing this, like, now it's coming up fast. And then so now the person is like screaming his name. They like, Sean, like calling my boyfriend's name. And so he turns around. We both turn around like, what the fuck? But the voice is like raspy and deep, kind of like my voice, but it's like a little bit deeper. And when we turn around, it's this big guy. He's like, what the fuck is this? What's going on here? And I'm like, but he's directing his energy to me. He was like, I know all about you. Da, 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 da. You like to go to Victoria's Secrets. I'm like, what is this? He's like, this is my boyfriend. He likes to do these certain sort of things. Like, he messes with women sometimes. And, like, don't think you nobody special because you're not. He's coming home to me. What's going on? I just started immediately crying. Like, I'm crying because I'm like, I never been in a situation where somebody I was like, my boyfriend was dating a guy. So I never had been with a bisexual man before. And it wasn't like, oh, well, he told me that he the boy. He never told me nothing. So I was just like confused. And I'm crying. The guy's like just talking shit. He's all in my face. And I'm just like, I'm just looking like, but what is this? I felt like everybody in the dorms was like just looking and like just hearing everything going on. Because everybody at school knew that me and him was dating. We never hid from nobody. We was always together, like kissing and hugging and whatever. And yeah, come to find out he's bisexual. And the crazy thing about the whole situation is that, like, he didn't tell me, and although he didn't tell me, like, I felt like I should have known. Like, I should have known better. And I'm just, like, explaining to the guy, like, I didn't know anything about you. Like, I don't feel like you should be taking your anger and frustration out on me. He knew, like, what dorm I was in because he went through his phone and got the information. He knew, like, my bra size because we had went to the store. And I had texted him, like, oh, yeah, remember that bra that I like? Can you go get it for me? He knew, like, all the restaurants that we went to, everything. Like, he basically knew our whole moves and motives. And it was just, like, it was a crazy situation. Like, I really thought that guy was going to beat my ass that night. I was like, oh, my God, he's going to beat my ass. He's gonna whip my ass, and like this is gonna be the last. Like, who's gonna tell my mom? Da, 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 da. My dad, my family. Nobody's gonna be there to tell him because this man's gonna kill me. Well, none of that happened. Me and him end up being like best friends. Like me and my boyfriend stopped talking. Me and his boyfriend, we continue like our friendship. We developed a friendship. I was in his sister's wedding. Like, it was weird and crazy, but yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like, we ended up being best friends. And him and my boyfriend, they continued to date, but then they broke up because my ex-boyfriend was stealing money from him. This was like all like young shit, like, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like everybody needs to live in their truth and be honest and give a woman the option to decide if she want to be with a bisexual man. I never had the option. He just did whatever and just made it that way for me. Happy ever. Y'all favorite auntie is gone. Gone. I'm out of here.